Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG News. Today, we're going to talk about the new Lord of the Rings set coming out in November with the small box sets that they have with the full art frame, 6 card, full picture view thingy. Is it worth it? How much does it cost? And what do you really get with it? So, with that said, don't forget comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube. I'm on Rumble now, so if that's your jam, thanks for watching me on YouTube and hanging around for that. I'm on Rumble. Go check me out and follow me and all that good jazz. Tell your friends, tell your family, because I want to keep the channel sponsor free. Last thing you want to hear about is earbuds and meal plans and how to buy gold or stock options or all what the hell ever. We're here for some magic. So let's get down with it. So let's talk about this new expansion set from Lord of the Rings and what it means. So what we have here is we have 4 different boxes. We'll talk about each one of them, what their price is currently on Prime compared to other venues and what's actually inside of it. So the first box we'll talk about is Flight of the Witch King. So as you can see, you get this neat little box. It's got a little stand in it so you can put all 6 cards in it to display them. Other than that, you notice here it says it has the art cards, which is what you see here, the play cards, which are actually play cards that link together, and the scene cards with 3 set boosters. So 3 set boosters in every box. I mean, half a dozen one, 6 the other. Why not? But Flight of the Witch King, what are we looking at? The 6 cards we get are these. So we get Call Forth the Tempest, 3 red and 5 for a sorcery with 2 cascades on it. Call Forth the Tempest deals damage to each creature your opponent controls equal to the total mana value of other spells you've cast this turn, which means you cascade twice. That's how much damage it does, plus anything else you got going on. But at 8 mana, you're probably not casting much past this on one turn. It's still an amazing card for a rare. Next, we have the Nazgul Battle Mace, 5 colorless. Equipped creature has Minute Death Touch, Annihilator 1. Hello. Excuse me. It also says, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, Annihilator 1, put that card on the battlefield under your control unless that player pays 3 life. Holy cow, equips for 3. Pretty powerful. Then we have the actual Witch King, Sky's Gorge, red, black, and 5 for this legendary Wraith Noble. 5/5 flyer. Whenever you attack with one or more wraiths, exile top X cards your library, X of the total power. You may play those cards this turn. You do have to pay the mana. And it has Undying, which means it comes back as a 6/6 if someone kills it. Holy cow. Over here we have Mordor on the March, red, black, and 3 sorcery. Exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of it. It gains haste till end of turn, exile at the beginning of your next end step. Storm. Hello. Yeah. Seems good. Then we have the Fell Beast of Mordor, which is what the Witch King's riding. Yeah, get it? We won't go there. Anyway, 2 black and 2 Drake Beast. Drake? Looks like a dragon. Anyway, 3/3 flyer with Devour 1, which means you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters with that many +1/+1 counters on it. And when the Fell Beast of Mordor enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent loses X life, you gain X life for X the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Very powerful. And then we have Minas Morgul, the Dark Fortress, legendary land. When it enters the battlefield tapped, it's 1 black. It taps for 1 black. For black and 3, put a shadow counter on target creature. For as long as that creature has a shadow counter on it, it's a wraith in addition to other types. Seems good. So, pretty neat. Lots of commander action here. Obviously, that's what this is for. So, you get these 6 cards, plus you get art cards, which will show you the same kind of view, and 3 set boosters. So, we have that one. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we have this one here, which is Aragorn at Helm's Deep. You notice it's $1 more. It's whatever. You notice this is the picture. We have Anduriel, Narsil Reforged 2 for an Ascended, which means if you control 10 or more artifacts, you gain the city's blessing. Pretty neat to have it on a weapon. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put +1/+1 counter on it for each creature you control. If you have the city's blessing, put 2 on it instead. Equips for 3, not bad. We have Aragorn, Hornburg Hero. God, what a that's a tongue twister. White, green, red, and 1 for a 4/4 attacking creatures you control have first strike and renown 1. Whoa, daddy. Yeah, when a creature with renown 1 deals combat damage to a player, if it isn't renowned, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. It becomes renowned. Whenever a renowned creature you control deals combat damage to a player, double the number of counters on it. Powerful combat card and commander. Legolas, quick reflexes. 1 green instant, split second. We haven't seen a split second card in forever, especially for 1. Untap target creature until in a turn it gains hexproof reach, and whenever this creature becomes tapped, it deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature. The things you can do with this are insane. If you have creatures with tap abilities, you can tap the creature, you can tap the creature, deal damage, whatever. Use this to untap it with them not being able to respawn and you be able to retap. So much going on here, plus the hexproof. It's the #1 protection spell. It is going to be worth money. This should be the mythic, not really this. Anyway, next we have Gimli's Reckless Might, red and 3 enchantment. Creatures you control have haste. Seems good. It also has Formidable. Whenever you attack, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, target attacking creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Alright, not bad. Okay for commander. We have Isengard Unleashed. 3 red and 2 sorcery. Damage can't be prevented this turn if a source you control would deal damage this turn to an opponent or a permanent the opponent controls. The damage is tripled and it has flashback. I mean, it's okay. It's not as good as the enchantments sit on the board and do it constantly, but, I mean, you can pop off with it, so, I mean, whatever. Rohirrim Charges. White, red, and 2 for a 4/4 creature, Human Knight. You may exert Rohirrim Charges as it attacks, which means it doesn't untap during its next untap step. Whenever you exert a creature, this is making an exert deck. Reveal cards at the top of your library until you reveal an equipment card. Put that card on the battlefield attached to that creature. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. God, that seems good. It can't be a commander, but you can make a deck around exerted creatures with this in it, and that can be powerful. So, again, not too shabby of this so far. This is the thing right here. All right, moving on to the next one. The next box set is the Might of Galadriel, as you can see here. $1 cheap, about the same price. We have a Boreal Alliance, 2 green and X enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create an XX green tree folk creature token. Whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, you get to populate. Wow, elves are now rabbits, apparently. Great card there. We have Galadriel, Light of Valinor. Blue, white, green, and 2 for a 3/3 Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Add 3 green. Nothing like a green dark ritual. Hello. Put a +1/+1 counter each creature you control. Scry 2, then draw a card. This is busted. This is the commander to beat all commanders of an elf deck. Oh my god. Rally of Galadrim. Blue, green, and 2 for sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. It has Conspire. As you cast a spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures you control that share a color with it. When you do, copy it, and you may choose a new target. Holy cow. It's okay, not the best, but the ability to conspire with it is insane. Then we have Galadriel's Dismissal. 1 white instant, has kicker. Ain't seen that in a while. White and 2. Target creature phases out. If this spell was kicked, each creature target player controls phases out instead. So, almost a Fairy's Protection, except you still get punched in the face. But, great protection spell, lots of promise there. We have Miss of Lorien, blue and 2 sorcery, has Replicate for 1 blue. So, Replicate means whenever you cast a spell, you can copy it for every time you pay the Replicate cost. So, if you cast it for a blue and 2, and then tap 2 more blue, you get this 3 times. Return target non-land permanent and each other non-land permanent with the same mana value as that permanent to their owner's hands. Oh, this is insane. This is Cyclonic Rift on crack. Except you get to pick stuff. So kind of like maybe on pot because you can pick what you eat. Anyway. And you're going to eat a lot of stuff. Anyhow. That seems really powerful also. Galadriel Brigade, last card, green and 2. Elf Soldier has Squad. Squad up. So for green and 1. Now what Squad is every time you pay the additional cost of Squad, which in this case is a green and 1, you do it any number of times you want. When this creature enters the battlefield, you get to make a copy of this creature that many times that are tokens. So for 5 mana, you get 2 elves. You get 2 of these cards, which are 2 2/2s that give other elves 1/1s, which means for 5 mana, you get 2 3/3s. For 7 mana, you get 3 4/4s. It's like elves from Costco. It's just crazy. Buy in bulk and it just gets better. Lots of good cards here. Great commander cards. Yeah, so moving on. Costco brand elves. Anyway, so the last one we have is Gandalf in the Pelennor Fields. So this one here we have Ordnance Searing Light, white, red, and 2 instant. Each opponent exiles a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. Not bad removal. Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the sacrifice of the creatures they exiled. Nothing like doing this to someone's Emrakul and, zapping them for 13 damage. Anyway, seems okay. Sorcerer's Squall. 3 blue and 6 for 9 mana. Sorcery. Has Delve, though. Uh-oh. And for those of you who don't remember, Delve is you can remove cards from your graveyard to make this cost 1 less colorless. So at best, this would cost 3 blue. Target opponent mills 9 cards. Then you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in the graveyard, you exile it instead. Notice this says from the graveyard, not from the 9 cards you mill. So if someone does something nappy like Time Walk on you and you manage to get a turn out of it somehow, and you Sorcerer's Squall on your turn, not only do you mill them, you get Time Walk for free. Dun-dun-dun. Seems very powerful. Next we have Ramos Akor, Ancient Shield. Appears to be a legendary artifact. Why it's a picture of a tower, I don't know. But anyway, I figured it'd be a land. White and 3. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. Create an 0/3 white wall creature token. I get it. Wall creature. Anyway, with Defender. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures you control with Defender gain Exalted until end of turn. Oh, wow. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For each instant of Exalted. Wow. So yeah, you make a whole bunch of 0/3s and then you swing in with the just the slong of all slongs on somebody. Anyway, seems okay. Courageous Resolve, white and 2 instant. All right, so up to 1 target creature you control gains protection from each of your opponents until end of turn. Draw a card. Okay, so Teferi on a stick again. And then Fateful Hour. If you have 5 or less life, you can't lose the game this turn. You can't lose the game. If you have 5 or less life, you can't lose life this turn. Sorry. And you can't lose the game this turn. And your opponents can't win the game this turn. Wow, it's like Teferi's Protection, except worse. And when I say worse, I mean like more annoying. This isn't going in any Teferi's Protection deck. Oh boy, here we go. So finally, or not finally, but we finally get the Gandalf of the Secret Fire. We got America. Red, white, and blue in 1. 3/4 legendary avatar wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand during an opponent's turn, exile that card with 3 time counters on it instead of putting it into your graveyard. Then, if the exile card doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend, clearly. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from the card. That's what Suspend does. When the last one's removed, you can play it without paying its mana cost. This is absurd. This is, I'm going to Time Walk now, put my Time Walk in Suspend, and I'm going to play another Time Walk effect, so that my Suspend card comes off Suspend, I get another Time Walk. And if it's not that, it's, I'm going to bolt you in the face until you're dead. So this looks like a very powerful commander as well to build around. Finally, we have Fell Beast's Shriek, blue and red sorcery. Each opponent chooses a creature they control, tap, and goad the chosen creature. So until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you. Splice onto instant or sorcery. So basically, this is a splice onto the arcane card without the arcane part. It's just a splice. Which means for a red, blue, and 2, as you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you can just cast this on top of it for the extra mana cost, and then put this card back in your hand. Again, another good, viable cards. Great for Commander. So, with all that said, what does that mean? Well, as you can see here, the highest price is around $41 on Amazon Prime right now. TCG players selling these for like $50. Some of that's probably because of shipping or whatever. You can get them on Amazon for $40. There's no reason to buy them any higher than off TCG Player. That's just That's basically almost like scalping, I guess. Now, with that said, I know Amazon uncuts local game stores, makes it hard to make money, yada, yada, yada. That's a different conversation. If you're looking for value, you could save $9 by buying them on Amazon. And if you want to buy all 4, that adds up really quick. So, also, is it worth it to buy? So, every box is $41. Every box has 3 set boosters. The set boosters are going for about $5.50, $5.70 a piece, I think, right now. We'll say $6 cause of tax. Round that up to 18 for an extra $22, 23 because of 41, whatever. Extra $23, you're getting the little stand, the art cards to make the stand, and 6 additional cards for $23. What does that mean? Well, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12. You're basically paying $4 a piece for these cards, and you're guaranteed to get them. They all are rares. There's a mythic, I think, in every box. Let me go check. There's 1 mythic in every box. Wait, did I have 2 mythics? No, 1 mythic. 1 mythic there. Yeah, 1 mythic in every box. So, if I was going to guess, I would say probably it'd be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3 is 15. And then the final $8 would be the mythic. But that's basically, you're paying $4 a card for each of these cards, plus you get set boosters. If you get lucky in your set boosters, the set boosters could very easily pay for the boxes and get your money back. If you get shit pulls, you could very well be in the house. However, that's what you sign up for with any booster pack. So, all in all, I think this is a B+, as much as I hate to say that. At the end of the day, this is what Secret Lair should be. Mind you, Secret Lair is going for $29.99 for non-foil. This is $10 more, but you get 3 packs. And you get 6 cards, not the 5 or 4. Sometimes 3 if you're not lucky. But anyway, foil versions are anywhere from $39.99, which is what you'd pay for this, to $49.99, which is $10 more roughly. For the exact same kind of cards, these won't be in foil, but you get 3 booster packs. I think this is a better deal than Secret Lair, and it's kind of, I think, what Secret Lair might evolve into, to be honest with you, if this works out, to help, A, more Secret Lair sales, B, to get rid of excess inventory that they have that they cannot sell because they know they've overprinted a lot of stuff. We've seen them do that with the Chaos Draft Festival in a box. Good move on them to clear out their warehouses, so forth and so on. They're going to have to get creative like this, get people to buy this stuff, and get some kind of money back out of their investment. So, at the end of the day, easily a B+. If these were all in foil, I don't think they are. If they are in foil, easily an A, because it's better than Secret Lair. At the worst case scenario, it's just as good. So, there you have it. Would I buy it? I'm going to get a couple, at least 1 box of each, because, I mean, you only need 1 for Commander, right? So, and this is, buying all these are almost as cheap as buying a booster box. So if you spent $160 on this, that's about $40 more than a booster box. But at the same time, you're also getting 12 set boosters. So, I mean, half a dozen $160 other. Me personally, B+. I think it's a good product. I got to be honest. So there you have it. At the end of the day, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.